There is more scandal coming from the Fort Hood area. Y'all, you cannot make this stuff up if you tried. So there is a married couple, Kevin Pelayo and Christine Fredericks. Now they are two U.S. Army veterans of Killeen, Texas, which is near Fort Hood. Y'all, they swindled the Army out of like between $2.3 million and $11 million. What is even more absurd is how they did it. It was all done through a transportation reimbursement program. So let's talk about what some of the affidavits said and what's going on with it. The affidavit states that Kevin Pelayo and Christine Fredericks and others known and unknown conspired to commit wire fraud, identity theft, theft of government funds, and to launder the illegal proceeds since at least on or before January 2014, continuing through the present. Okay, so who are these people? So Pelayo got to Fort Hood in 2010. Now what later he ended up doing is he set up this whole scheme under a transportation umbrella. Basically what this did is it would subsidize employees who were utilizing this transportation company, and the reason it would subsidize them is because it was saving on like gas and reducing traffic, things of that nature. So we set this van company up, and it was essentially just giving transport to and from the base. So both Pelayo and Fredericks had jobs at the base. In their positions, they had access to like personnel records and things of this nature. Pelayo was a sergeant of a platoon, and Fredericks worked in human resources. And to say that they abuse these positions of power is an understatement. So they would use the positions that they had that had access to information to sign these soldiers up for this transportation service and to make them eligible for these subsidies. And then they would route the money to business accounts that they had set up. Several of the soldiers who they enrolled were just like, what van? We had like, what is this? We didn't even know this exists. So like they had never even ridden in a van. And one of them didn't even live in the area. He wasn't even going to like Fort Hood or something. So, I mean, this was like really sloppy on their part. Now also, you know, one of these publications put out by the Army was like always bragging on this whole thing that had been set up. You know, talking about like, look, this is growing so much. We're saving so much, you know, the planet and gas and da-da-da-da-da. And I mean, the whole time, these people are robbing them blind. And y'all, this went on for years. Even while Pelayo was stationed in South Korea, he still had this scam going. And so some months it said that this couple was bringing in more than $200,000. Yes, I will say it again, $200,000 per month. And you know, when we talk about some of the stuff they seized, you're just like, they're making more money than a damn drug lord. Needless to say, that's a lot of van rides. So y'all, they had various bank accounts that they shifted this money around to. They own like over 20 properties in Texas, Florida, New York, Hawaii, Washington, you name it. And it also said that they sent money to some unidentified person in the Philippines. You know, there was numerous people involved in this scam making this kind of money. I mean, come on. So, you know, they did a search and seizure on the house and got all of the stuff. Documents, computer hard drives, cell phones. They got more than 100 designer items like purses and jewelry and, you know, handbags, things of this nature. And basically they were like, most of it was from Chanel. I'm like, I can only imagine what she was like shopping. If she was like, I don't know what purse I want to get today, I'll take them all. I mean, hey, you weren't earning the money. Why not spend it like it don't mean a damn thing? Y'all, the affidavit also goes into like the cars they got. There's like over 23 cars, SUVs, trucks, you name it. They found a box with like 64 license plates with various, you know, plates from different states in it. So, I mean, this whole thing, y'all, is super complicated, super detailed, but there is nothing saying that they've been charged with anything yet. I can't imagine they would not get charged with something yet, and that's at the time of this recording, so maybe it's happened by the time this gets posted. But nonetheless, this is one of the situations where, again, all of the bad publicity, and by bad publicity, I mean all of the random murders coming out of Fort Hood, and then this, and I'm like, y'all, this is the damn Wild Wild West over here. I mean, this is anything damn goes at Fort Hood, y'all. I mean, if it's not murder and assault and things like that, it's, you know, robbing the damn army blind by doing stuff like this. So we're going to stay tuned on this and see what happens. Again, I can't imagine that charges would not come from this, but because it is Fort Hood, they very well could not. If you want to see more of my coverage on this case and others like it, check out these videos here, and I'll talk to you soon.